The dog did not do this, I promise. What is the most obvious lie you have ever been told? We cannot give you a raise right now, but we will compensate you as soon as the budget allows. Turns out when the budget allows is when you already have another job offer and put in your 2 weeks notice. How convenient. Well, we just so happen to already have a raise of how much more you said the other company offered planned for you. We were going to give you the good news this evening. In high school a buddy told me that he didn't steal our other buddy's watch. He was wearing the watch when I asked him about it. Long-term borrowing. He'll give it back some say, I'm sure. Lol, in grade school my neighbor stole my water gun. More of a hose actually. Each pump launched a stream of water and it came with a backpack tank. Way better than the super soakers. Anyway, he had it and I went to take it back and he said it was his. He liked mine so much he got his own. I flipped it over and showed him my name on the bottom of it. He said, I liked yours so much, I wanted mine to be the exact same, so I wrote your name on mine too. Your call is important to us, or we are experiencing unprecedented call volume at this time. A representative will be with you shortly, and we have always been at war with East Asia. The company is in a great shape, so don't pay any attention to rumors about financial trouble. My boss, who still has about 3 execs above him, tells me that this is the first company he's ever worked for that has enough money in the bank for all the employees to not work an hour and they could still pay our wages for 6 months at least. We have like 60 high-end employees. What he doesn't remember is that I was app for a solid 9 months when my position got slow. There is no ducking way we have that in the bank. Lol. Why don't they understand that the truth is nicer than falsehood? They're worried employees will jump ship to a competitor that seems more stable. Yeah, they don't want employees to make informed decisions. Whatever happened to company loyalty? Anyways, we're laying your department off because we found out we can outsource it overseas for 1/5 the cost. I was picking up a sofa from a guy I found on Kijiji and he stopped me right before leaving to see if I wanted to buy a mirror he was also looking to get rid of. I wasn't really interested, but my wife seemed keen, so we stopped in the hallway to check it out. He said it was a gift from my son-in-law. It's a beautiful mid-century antique. I'll let it go for $75. He went on about what an amazing mirror it was and even told me pick it up and feel how sturdy it is. I picked it up. It was really heavy actually, and took a peek at the back and saw a sticker from Value Village with a $30 price tag. I kinda chuckled to myself and asked if he would go any lower than $75. He said I really couldn't. Then I said, well, I can see a tag from Value Village on the back here. We ended up getting the mid-century antique mirror for $15 and me and my wife still laugh about the amazing deal we got on it. Reminds of when I did custom framing for a retail store and a woman came in with a painted piece she wanted reframed. She went on how it was very valuable and how I better be careful. Her great grandmother painted it, you know. It's the last painting she has by her. I'm 90% sure she was planning on complaining, no matter how carefully we reframed it, so that she could say we damaged her priceless artwork and get the frame for free. When I peeled back the backing paper to take it out of the frame, there was still a faded clearance $14.99 tag on the back. Mayo. Woman looked like she bit into a lemon. We are not playing favorites. Was told I needed to buy my own car as a teen and I did. Following year my baby bro was given a free car. He's 15 months younger, is now 56, still living at home. Ugh. We will keep your resume on hand and let you know if any other positions open up. As a recent graduate job searching, it hurts. Job recruiters are such ducks about the whole process. I went in to interview for a job and they paraded me around their different locations for 3 months and ghosted me. Shut ducking hurts. Numerous other employers don't ever respond. I appreciate the duck out of companies that will at least tell me when they decide not to move forward with me as a candidate. But of course, I have to be available for an interview in 2 days because I can't be busy, right? As a tax accountant, I'm told lies about how much money people actually made all the time during tax season. My favorite was a guy telling me he's broke because he only makes $35,000 a year in New York City, so my very reasonable fee is too much for him. He says this after he asks me if he can deduct the new BMW 5 Series he just bought his son all cash. It isn't just the lie, but the added insult of such a bad lie told to one's face. That is so galling. Had another client last week tell me he doesn't have any money to live cause of the pandemic. He bought a $750,000 condo in Greece as a vacation home a couple months ago. It's like these people forget that our job is literally to track what they do with their money. That's not a hickey. I bruised my neck helping my sister move today. You got the hickey from your sister? I told my mom I got it from football practice. She asked why my teammates were giving me hickeys. Yeah, I did all my homework in like 5 minutes, I promise. Oh, I sent you my homework via email. I must have made a typo in your address. That's a rookie way. Create a batch file that brings up a corrupt file error. Send them that. Then you get more time to finish the project while they send an email back saying the file was corrupted. You can tell them I'll resend it when I get home. Professor here. We know about this already. Have you considered forgetting it? My dog ate my file. When my little brother mixed like 50 condiments, including sprinkles, ketchup, cereal and stuff, into a bag of popcorn and ate it telling us it was delicious when his face looked like he'd just ate 10 extremely sour warheads at once. He later admitted he just wanted us to eat it, but we never did. One time my little brother tried to make me a sandwich just to be nice, but said sandwich was just chocolate chips cookies covered in mustard between 2 pieces of bread. He clearly wanted to see how I'd react, and I of course refused to eat it. He told our mom I was being rude, and the worst part was, after she actually saw the sandwich she still said I was supposed to humor him. I just threw it away and told both no. I can finish this CIV game tonight. One does not simply finish a CIV game. Does it count if the person believed me because I told someone the world was in black and white until the first nuclear explosions? Yes, nothing like a bit of radiation to bring color to the world. When a coworker told my own story back to me as his own. Twice. I had a friend do this once. He was hanging out with a large group of my friends that he hardly knew, and my best friend, still my best friend to love that ducker, just went, wow, it's so crazy you had verbatim the exact same childhood story that Jason has told us all before, right down to the small town in Kansas where it happened, and the color drained straight out of his face. Didn't say a word to me for like 3 days. Dude turned out to be a pathological liar on many levels. Very strange to think how I spent 4 years of high school with someone lying straight to my face constantly and didn't realize it until that moment. Wow, that's crazy. Reminds me of the time I had a friend do this once. He was hanging out with a large group of my friends that he hardly knew and my best friend. I did brush my teeth, I swear. This toothbrush. Bone dry. My little girl told everyone in the supermarket that our cat died and she was sad. We don't own a cat. Well, not anymore. I've had toddlers with faces / hands / clothes covered in peanut butter swear up and down that their brother / sister was the one who ate the peanut butter. Also, one of my favorites from a couple of years ago. I didn't write that scene. My kid is an only child. Man, her imaginary friend is to blame for everything. My only child, daughter was less than 2 years old. There was a scribble of pencil on the wall, like 18 inches off the ground. I said, who did this? Seizing the opportunity to act out a classic mom line for the first time. She pointed to her sister, my beagle, and declared, no, Lily. But shook her tiny finger at the dog and toddled off. Hysterical. Any lieutenant saying that the platoon can go home early on a Friday if you work hard right now. Just about anything a lieutenant says should be run by the captain first. Unless the lieutenant says, I don't know, in which case he's probably right and is probably prior enlisted as well. My ex told me he was in a car accident, totaled his car, broke a few ribs. He was trying to get sympathy so I would get back together with him, blaming the accident on me since he was distracted after the breakup. He sent me a photo of his car smashed in. I Google searched it. First pic of his make / model that was wrecked. He formulated the story after the picture. But here's the deal. The wheels didn't match. So I drove by his house that evening. Car was fixed and in his driveway. Oh yes, I paid the shop extra to get me in today. so I could have my car to come see you if you wanted me to. Haha bro. A childhood friend and I met up for coffee one day after not meeting for a few years. He casually let it slip that ever since he earned a black belt he has had to register with the state as a human weapon. My hands are registered as lethal weapons. That means we get into a fight, I accidentally kill you, I go to jail. Anybody accidentally kills anybody in a fight, they go to jail. It's called manslaughter. I never said you had to sign the document if it wasn't true, says the person with 3 mls telling me to sign a document even after I said it wasn't true, sitting on her outbox.